What is it, in terms of what is it that Devin Haney is going to do with this win? How is he going to respond to everybody saying this is a survivor? And what that response should be is an immediate rematch. That's what it should be. This was a hot contested bout, incredibly close, could have been a draw in all honesty. But a rematch for the undisputed lightweight title immediately should be something that he calls for. Forget calling Lomachenko a sore loser. Forget trying to meme him for Lomachenko crying in the locker, all that stuff. Forget all that. If you really want to put up or shut up after winning a fight that the majority of the public is saying that you lost, that's what you do. You give him a rematch. Not because he's undeserving, but because he gave you one of your toughest fights that many people saw as you were on the wrong end of, even though you got the decision. Many people, myself included, feel that you got outboxed, outmaneuvered. You couldn't adapt to what Loma did, and you lost the fight. And because of that, that stigma of, are you really the guy, the champion, is still over your head. You now remember, here's the thing about Devin Haney, if you're new to boxing. Devin Haney was given the WBC belt, and because of that, he was seen as not a real champion, because he never earned it. Even after he went and beat Kambosos, people were still saying, I mean, I wasn't, but people were still saying, and maybe he's not a real champion, a real guy. He's not the man, even though he was undisputed once he beat Kambosos and then beat him again. Now, Loma was going to be, and everybody realized this, experts, pundits, and even other boxers, Devin Haney himself realizes this fight against Loma was the fight to prove, to shut everybody up. Because now you're facing against a Hall of Famer, who was at one time argued as the pound for pound best boxer in the world, at least top 3, quickest to get a championship, arguably the greatest amateur boxer we've ever seen. All that is in Loma's repertoire. It's in his resume. Devin Haney understood that beating him means that all the noise everybody has about me goes quiet because I beat a guy that you all value as the man, or have seen at one point in time as the man. And regardless of whether you think he was getting older, past his prime, whatever the case may be, you still viewed Lomachenko as one of the top guys. And so if I win that, and I win against him, there's nothing anybody can say. That was the significance of this fight. Everybody knew it, Devin Haney included. Now, with the fight being done, you got the decision, but you still don't have, in some people's eyes, the respect that you deserve. Regardless of this fight, with how he fought in this fight in terms of Devin Haney, he's always had my respect. It just got even more immense. But for other people, they may see him as, see, he was never a real champion. See, he was never really the guy. See, he was never actually the man in the division. He should never be considered on the pound for pound list. This man is a fraud. That's what some people are saying. Whether the casuals, experts, haters, or otherwise, that's what some people are saying. That's the noise. And because that's the noise, the best way to prove that noise wrong is to beat him again. Because guess what? Floyd Mayweather did that exact thing. Floyd Mayweather, when he was fighting, when he fought against Castillo and when he fought against Maidana, he legitimately lost against Castillo, and it was a close fight. Many people thought he lost against Maidana. Even though both of those fights, the first time he fought him, he won. Castillo legitimately lost, if you go watch the fight, actually lost that fight. Maidana, is arguable that he lost that fight, legitimately. And in both camps, people were calling out. In both fights, people were calling out, yo, what are you doing? Why? He's not real. He's not about it. He lost. So what did he do? He rematched him immediately and took him out. That's what Floyd Mayweather did. That's what other boxers have done. If it was close for Floyd, guess what? I'm going to beat you again and make sure that it's clear cut. I'm the better man. That's what he did. Regardless of what you want to say about his career. If a fight was close, he rematched immediately after. That's what he did. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't take that away from him. If you felt that he lost the fight, he would go right back and rematch the brother again and beat him again, to show you that the first time wasn't a fluke. And that's exactly what Devin Haney needs to do. Because right now, he's got an opportunity to shut every single person up that still wants to talk smack by saying, I'm not afraid. I know I won in his mind. Speaking in Devin Haney's mind, Devin Haney can say, I know I won. If you don't think I won, that's fine. I will rematch him, hopefully within the year, and beat him again, more definitively this time, to show you that I'm legitimately the better guy. If he wants to shut everybody up, do it. If he wants to be as great as he can be, do that. Because the person that was also did it, Floyd Mayweather, that you love, that everybody now respects and deems as one of the greatest of all time, which he is. He's nowhere near the GOAT conversation, but he's definitely one of the greatest boxers we've ever seen. Absolutely. But if you want to be like him, if you want to be great like that, say what you want about Floyd messing up the sport as a whole when it comes to boxing, in terms of how people approach the sport of boxing, protecting their own, looking for the money rather than the legacy, all that stuff. Say what you want about that. The one thing you can't take away from him is that he would not be afraid to take a challenge when he was stepped to. And if you thought he lost that challenge, he would go back and run it again. He wasn't scared of nobody. He wanted it to be definitive. You can absolutely say that about Floyd. And if Devin Haney wants to go down that same path of greatness, like some people are starting to compare him to, he needs to do that exact same thing.